Hello, everyone. I am Chief Eliot Isaac of the Cincinnati Police Department. I'm very excited to be with you today to share a story from Adopted Class. We're going to be reading a story from the Busy People series entitled Police Officer, written by Ando Twin and Lucy M. George. So let's get started. Police Officer. Seth is a police officer. He wears a crisp uniform with a belt to carry his equipment, a hat, and a badge. It's Officer Seth's job to protect people in the community. Officer Seth has an early shift today. He arrives at the police station right on time. The sergeant is briefing the team for the day. "Good morning," Sergeant calls Officer Seth. "Hello, Seth," says the sergeant. Then he gives everyone a job for the day. Some officers go out on horseback to patrol the streets. Some go to a crime scene. But Officer Seth and Officer Thea are going to the local festival. They go to their police car and check to make sure everything is working. Officer Thea tests the special flashing lights and the siren that makes a loud noise. Officer Thea drives through the busy streets on the way to the festival. Officer Seth keeps an eye on the traffic to make sure everyone is driving safely. The festival is busy. People are out in the sun eating, playing games, and enjoying themselves. Officer Seth and Officer Thea patrol the grounds. They give a family directions, help someone whose car is stuck in the mud, and ask a stall worker to keep the path clear. Suddenly, Officer Seth feels a tug on his arm, and it's a little boy. "I've lost my mom and dad," the boy cries. "Oh dear," says Officer Seth. "What's your name?" "Alex," whispers the little boy. "Don't worry, Alex, we'll find them," says Officer Seth. Officer Seth asks Alex where he saw his parents last and what they look like. Officer Seth has an idea. "Do you have their phone number?" he asks. Alex looks in his bag. "Here," he says. "Dad wrote it down in case of an emergency." "Smart dad," says Officer Seth. He tries calling, but there's no signal. "We'll never find him," Alex says. He starts to cry. He wants his mom and dad. "Don't worry, Alex. Let's try the meeting point," says Officer Thea. "We'll find him then." As they get close, Alex thinks he can see his parents. "Mom, Dad," cries Alex, breaking into a run. "There you are," says Alex's dad. "He came and asked for our help," explains Officer Seth. "Well done, Alex," says his mom. "Thank you for helping me," Alex says. "No problem, just doing our job," says Officer Seth. "Enjoy the festival," says Officer Thea. Officer Seth and Officer Thea decide to get an ice cream. "It's your turn to buy them," says Officer Thea with a grin. "Fair enough," says Officer Seth, "but I'm driving home." What else does Officer Seth do? He directs traffic, helps investigate crime scenes, teaches children about safety, and arrests criminals. What does Officer Seth need? His hat, his uniform, his notebook, his radio, his handcuffs, and sturdy shoes. Other busy people. Here are some of the other busy people police officers work with. Police sergeants run the police station, managing the police officers and coordinating teams on investigations. Forensic scientists examine evidence from crime scenes, including photographs, fingerprints, and samples. Police dog handlers use highly trained dogs to help them find evidence at a crime scene. And family liaison officers work with families affected by crime or an accident. An officer supports the family and tells them what is happening. And that is the end of our story. Thank you for letting us be with you today, and we look forward to sharing more great stories with you. Thank you.